I wanted to recognize Boris Titov, who represents a public organization, Business Russia. We are an entity that works primarily with non-commodity organizations. But rather unusually for us, we have supported the joint project, the Russian-American project, and already at this point we're putting in place very specific projects because everything should be tangible. It was very important for us to develop the area which is called the relationships between the small and medium businesses, particularly in the area of innovations. We have conducted a sort of tournament in Russia to identify investment projects for the small and medium-sized business. We had about 80 participants. We had 100 winners, of which we selected 50 best pieces, and together with the Russian-American Business Center and Mr. Verona, we are organizing what they call a road show, Russian innovation. We are intending to visit the Silicon Valley. I will be able to build relationships where there's none at this point, and that's real business and real industry. Large companies that are present here, who are members of the Russian Union of Entrepreneurs, they are maybe a simpler task. They represent a simpler task, while the small and mid-sized business and interaction between such businesses in Russia and America make joint investment interesting for them. This is a real challenging. This is fascinating. I agree that there are not enough institutions in our relations. We are not providing any economic encouragement to joint investment. In many countries, unilaterally or bilaterally, institutions are created that help business in terms of arranging joint investment. So either a credit bureau or guarantee bureau or insurance company to protect from risks. These institutions would go a long way towards helping joint investment, and we have a vested interest in joint investment. The mid-size business of Russia needs funding, needs financial resources, because in Russia money is still expensive. Only 1% is long money in excess of 5 years, 99% is short. We cannot ever hope to accomplish anything below 12%. In real terms, it's 15 to 16. Therefore, U.S. loans, U.S. financial resources will be welcome. But not only in innovative technologies, but basic technologies, such as John Deere in agriculture. Our Rosselmash in Rostov-on-Don has made important strides, but we still need outside involvement. In order to have investment, we need to have institutions. Okay, please wrap up. WTO is a fascinating subject. It's a good subject to broach, politically important, visible, and we are prepared to discuss it at length, in principle. So, politically, as I say, it is important, but for us in business, in non-commodity, in manufacturing in Russia, we are in no ways losing anything from adhesion to WTO, nor are we standing to gain anything. The position of our organization of entrepreneurs is that we are not talking tariffs in terms of plus minuses. We are talking the adhesion to international standards, and it'll be a lot easier for us to fight the insufficiencies of our internal legal framework. And concurrently, we'll be participating in putting together a legal framework jointly with other WTO members. Now, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute to Denis Nally, PricewaterhouseCoopers International.
I'd like to get the agenda maybe back to this whole issue of innovation and modernization, which is a theme of the summit. And today, PricewaterhouseCoopers, together with Russian Venture Company and the New Economic School, released a survey on the status of innovation and modernization here in Russia. And it really has some pretty interesting findings, I think, that are worth noting here for the whole group. First, some good news. The good news is that a significant majority of the respondents themselves are actually very positive with regard to where innovation, modernization is going in this country over the next 5 to 10 years, and I think that's very positive. Some of the critical issues that were raised, though, I think are worth noting, and some have been talked about here this afternoon. Number one on the list is the whole issue with regard to the question of red tape, how to really resolve issues in a timely, effective way to get things done to be responsive to the global economic environment. Two, the issue around insufficient protection of investor rights. And then third, I think a topic that maybe not have been covered here today, which is the financing of startups and how that can be dealt with much more effectively. It seems to me that we now have the basis to have, I think, a very good benchmark for how many of the larger companies are really assessing and dealing with these types of issues on a go-forward basis. And some of the suggestions, I think, that were put forth here this afternoon together with others may be a way to really demonstrate the progress and the commitment that really could be made to really deal with these top 3 or 4 issues. And I would just encourage the collaboration and effort to really put forth to really deal with that on a go-forward basis. Thank you.